Maggie's like, going for that. Anybody? Marie.
This one? Wow.
Oh, yes.
You mean,
I mean, I never watched the show, but I know the song, Moving On Up. All right,
well,
that's all.
I know the song. I didn't know it was related to a sitcom.
All right.
So, but it's very appropriate for my topic for today. Because today I'm talking about agent to agent referrals. Okay.
Ooh, agent to agent referrals, such an underplayed play
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
ecosystem of Keller Williams. Tell us
The,
about
yes, it's one of the things that I think a lot of people don't think about a lot. And building a referral network across the country, across the region, or maybe within your own state, if your state is relatively large, right? I mean, we have a couple of big states in New England, and people don't want to travel so much. So it's important to make some friends, right? This is a business where we're all in it together and we're all doing the same thing. And we really need to really build relationships inside of our agent community. And Keller Williams has a lot of great ways to do that. And one of the things that I think a lot of people think is like, do I need an agent in every state? You need an agent in every state. That's a lot. There's 50 states and then some, right? And then we have an agent in every country as well, right? Because Keller Williams is global.
Wait, enlighten me for a minute. 50 states and then some?
Well, and then some meaning the world too, right? Because KW is global.
Now I understand.
Right? I mean, our neighbor to the north.
I thought I was missing a state or two.
No.
I don't know what I was
not missing one right now.
Okay.
But we have Canada and we have Mexico. We have agents all over the country, the world as well. So, but what we really need to focus on, let's be a little more purposeful about our agent to agent referrals. So what do I mean by that? Has anybody ever considered where people are moving to and where they are moving from? Okay, Janine, when you're thinking about where should I find an agent referral? And so I didn't know if you guys know this, but we have a way to see what's going on inside of KW. Within Keller Williams, where most people are moving and where most people are not, right? So
wait, what?
We have a way to see in KW, there's a movement map where we can see where people are moving to and moving from.
I don't believe you.
Don't believe me?
Heard of this.
Well, hold on, let me share this for a second.
I'm kidding.
I get that a lot. I do have I have that kind of a face where I'm not trustworthy. So here we go. We share something.
See, lie. See what happens when you lie? Oh, never mind.
So you guys can see I'm in the referral section of Command right now. I have 7 pending invites because 7 people have invited me to their network. And these are all people that are in my current network within KW. So they're people that I have built a community with.
You're missing a state.
Say that again?
You're missing a state. You only have 49.
Only have 40, I know. So I need to get working on that, I guess. But I'm here to say you don't need to go work it everywhere, right? So if we go over to the map in this section here. Wow, I'm missing the state. And we're going to change the map over to referral patterns. And suddenly we get this really cool map.
Stop it.
Which shows, is this real? It's showing referral data within Keller Williams where people are moving in and out from. And all you have to do is you just pick a location. So if I wanted to pick, let's just say,
the best smallest state in the United States.
I know, I figured picked one, right? I'll pick one that I know. So I picked a state where we have a market center, a city where we have a market center. This is based off of market centers anyway. And so I can see these are all, because you can see the little out, these are referrals out. So I can see that a lot of people are sending stuff to New Hampshire. They're sending stuff within Massachusetts. So they're sending stuff to Cambridge, Worcester, Connecticut, Braintree, New Mexico, right? So I can see all the locations and I can see with what frequency that they're going in those locations. And so I can pick any city or inside of the map and find out the referral ins and outs. So this is the outs. And then I can move it back to the ins where I can see where people are moving in from. I can see people are moving from Tucson, Arizona a lot.
So wait a minute. First of all, this isn't mind-blowing. And it's the first time I'm seeing this, which is crazy. And so you're saying that you could cross referral prospect to people in Arizona, Orlando, Connecticut, and go call those areas and say, hey, for all of your, let's use this one, Westwood referrals, I want to introduce myself and let you know who I am and how I conduct business. What?
Yes, and this way you don't have to call every single city inside of the United States. You just have to be a little more focused as to where people are moving to and from.
This is amazing.
This is data that we have. So this is Keller Williams tracking where all of our referrals are going from. I will also encourage you to do just a little bit of research as well, right? With a quick Google search, you can see where people are moving in and out of.
All right, can someone make me feel better and put either this is the first time I'm seeing this or a heart or a like or something so I don't feel like I'm the only one that hasn't seen this yet. Show. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
One person's, oh, that's okay. It's all right.
This one, okay.
Yeah.
And so if I find somebody, right, if I know I want to go location to the map, right, I can go ahead and I can start building my network. And I can find people in that area just by typing it in. Or I would recommend
put Tucson, Arizona, because that was the #1 for Westwood. I want to see like what happens when you do that.
There we go. We got someone from Scottsdale, Arizona here, Richard Barker.
Okay, so when you pull him up, what happens?
I can go ahead and send him an invitation if I need to, if I want to. This way, it sends an invitation, and you saw on my dashboard, I have a whole bunch of invites. This is what people do. They find you, and then they do a little message, and then you can send an invitation. I do recommend, however, that if you do find someone, or if you're doing your own research and you're going to the map and you're finding people who maybe do a lot of business inside of that area, that you give them a call first. Don't just send the invite out of the blue. Have a conversation, right? Because we're building relationships. This is like we tell you guys with the people that you're in your database, right? You can't just send emails and hope for the best, right? You have to have conversations, personal conversations to build the relationship. So call first, talk to them first, let them know that I'd love to, if you have business in my area or if I have business in yours, I'd love for to be as referral partners, and then go ahead and send the invitation so he knows that it's coming. Okay. We have to be a little more proactive than just sending a big invite to everybody in a region and hoping people just add us to their things. Because what happens is we get this, like in the dashboard, where I just have all of these invites of people inviting me. Some people I know, some people I don't. And then what some people do is if I don't know them, right? Some people write some little messages, but Gene over here just sent me this. I don't know who he is, so I'm less likely to say accept, right? He's never called and talked to me. At least Christina put some more information inside of her thing as well. So do a little more legwork, right? At least this person even put my name in. So I'm cool with that. So I'm more than likely going to accept this one because she put my name in. She took the time to at least do that. So know where your people are coming from. And like I said, even if you don't use just the referral day within KW, do a little more research, right? So can people guess what state had the most people moving to in the United States in 2024?
New York.
Really?
From New York to somewhere else.
No,
Well,
I think California and Texas, I hear, are the ones
Texas.
that are departing. But I don't know where
So
they're going. Where are they going?
Rhode Island.
Are they?
No, they're going to Texas.
They
Believe
are?
it, Texas is #1 right now for people going to in the entire United States. Now you can do a little more.
Sheila apparently got that memo.
Yeah. You can do a little more location data, right? So I can tell you where people are moving in and out from inside of New England, right? So for believe it or not, for most of New England, Marie, you were kind of on target with this. We get the most influx from New York. New York is where we're getting the most amount of people from the inside of that. There's a lot of in New England, lots of people moving around New England, right? So there's a lot of people moving from New Hampshire to Maine or to Vermont. Believe it or not, for us poor Massachusetts people, most people are leaving Massachusetts. It's one of the highest ones leaving.
Put your location in the chat so we know where you're sitting right now. We want to know where you're sitting and see if you have a referral partner that's already on the screen or in that state. So put in the chat, where are you sitting currently? Where do you work out of?
Domass, Connecticut, Weymouth. Okay.
So I saw Connecticut on there as one of the ones moving this way. So who was that did Connecticut? Rachel, Marie, you guys have you have some people here, right? We have people showing up to learn more, to learning based agents. That's who you want to connect yourself, because they're the ones that are providing the most value, or the ones that are staying up on their game. We're introducing you to 25 lovely agents in the region, and we would love for you guys to work together, because as you just saw, a proven map, which I'm still blown away by, Maggie. Why haven't you told me about that before?
Sorry.
It's such a, I have an agent here in Rhode Island. Her name is Tracy Hall, and she has done such a fantastic job with this agent to agent referral that 80% of her business is from other agents referring it to her. And she's a top agent in our market center. How she did it, you asked? Not only by that, which that's an added bonus, by the way, the tool that Maggie just showed you. She did it by going to events and talking to you, talking and show, she would bring up a thing of popcorn that has a Rhode Island tagline to it. Anybody get one of Tracy's stuff before? Anybody on here? Nancy, no, you haven't? She's amazing. People remember her because she doesn't just hand them a card. She hands them something of value or tastes good. And then she explains it and then builds a relationship from there. She got the HGTV house listing because of that networking. It's such a huge opportunity, and it doesn't cost you much, if anything, to build. Yep. Maggie, great job with that. That was awesome.
I was just, whenever you're at an event, a regional event, family reunion is coming up, right? Make sure you're building those relationships. You have that opportunity, it is there for you. And remember, like we just said, most of the ins and outs in New England are coming from New England, right? Even inside of your own states, right? Cities are becoming more and more popular again because everybody's moving back from the, having to move back to work, go back inside for work. So people are moving back towards the centers, right? So if you are in a city area and you want to go you don't want to go far afield, right? Go find somebody in your state who will do far afield, right? So build your relationships within your agents. So make sure that you are doing those things. Any questions about referral, agent to agent referrals?
So I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a lot of people that have moved to the Cape. I'm from Framingham, but I go down the Cape a lot, and I see a lot of people that are down there. But I'm thinking to myself, if you're still working, how do you live on the Cape? Don't you? I mean, I would think a lot of people would start to be moving off Cape. I don't know how to assess that or tap into that.
Well, I would probably connect with a Cape Cod Realtor, and like we have great agents in that office that could give you those trends, that they are really in tune with what's going on there. And a lot of people, that's their stepping stone. They want their second home. Like, so I'll give you an example, Nancy. Rhode Island, right? Are we the smallest state in the United States? Yes, we absolutely are. But do people buy in Warwick, Rhode Island and have a second home in Narragansett? Yes, they do. And it's only 20 minutes away. But that's what I feel like they're doing in the Cape for your situation. And then they think, oh, warmer weather. And then that's when their stepping stone is going to be down, further, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida area. But I would talk to a Cape agent is the short answer.
So we can't look at like a town in down the Cape and see how many people are coming in and how many people are coming out.
You could look at the whole Cape area. Yep.
You can look at the whole Cape, so you can put it into KW to see where those referrals are going back and forth.
Yeah.
You can also just a quick census search with Google, and you can also see, they'll also get some information that way too. So there's a lot of different ways to grab that info for yourself. But people are like, the Cape is still very, very popular. As somebody used to work and the people who used to do a lot in that area, it is very, very popular, and it's very niche, right? They have their own MLS, right? So you really do need to make friends out there. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about the slide, the slides, the social first.
media content.
Yes, it's February. We get a new thing for this.
How long was January? Was it like 65 days, or I
It
don't know.
felt like it was 3 months long. It really
It
did.
felt longer than the holiday season, which the holiday season seemed endless as well. But here we
Yeah.
are, February. In
All
snow.
right. So we got Tuesday, we have happy National Think and Mail Carrier Day. So for those of you who do actually have very friendly mail people, I do have a very friendly mail person who makes the effort to walk down to our steps. Make sure you leave them a little something nice. But this is a post to thank them. We have Wednesday is Super Bowl Sunday is almost here. And this one talks about what you do, or how is your living room, den, man cave situation set up that you have the best spot in town to watch the Super Bowl, right? So I don't know about you, we usually go somewhere else. So I usually go to my my sister's house. Is a great setup with a huge TV, and then they're cooks, so we have the best food. So we always go over there to eat. I don't know about you, Jen. Do you host? I would think you do.
Typically I do. We've been a little salty the last couple of years with the Patriots game going downhill. Yet we will be rooting for the Eagles on Sunday.
Yes.
And no, we're gonna do low key. Sorry, I know.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Taylor Swift.
Yeah. My daughter loves Taylor Swift, but I'm in it.
That's in and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not in it for the game. I'm in it for the commercials. So that's Jen, and the halftime show. For those of you who are getting older and millennial like myself, you know that they used to do halftime shows for old people, and then I suddenly realized that I was the old person now because they were doing halftime shows with my music. So it's like, oh no, they're making it for me now. So let's see. And then for the last one, it's a this or that Thursday. The ultimate accent wall debate. Are you team paint or team wallpaper for your accent walls? There's a lot of big differences of opinion here. Some people really like to be flashy with those wallpapers. There's some beautiful wallpapers out there, but for me, all I can think of is what it takes to take those down if you're moving. And then there's the paint, where you can just make a nice bold color in your accent wall. So what about you guys? Are you team paint or team wallpaper here?
I think paint still.
Paint still?
Wallpaper.
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 Both.
Both? I got a both.
Yeah.
it's sort of interesting. Like I think wallpaper is coming back. It's making a resurgence recently within design because of the more bold prints and the more sort of modern type prints inside of the wallpapers. So I have seen more wallpaper than before.
Well, that hurts my business. I own a painting company and I go for paint all
the
day.
paint
every
all
day.
day.
Wallpaper is such a pain. You know what? Wallpaper is trendy. And when you want to take it down, that stuff is a pain in the you know what to get
But-
off. Has anybody ever, by the way, if you guys want a tip for how to get off wallpaper, dish detergent and water, warm water, and like little sponge, and it'll peel off. A little tip on that. But wallpaper, sorry.
They're making wallpaper that's much easier to remove because I had in my dining room an accent wall with wallpaper. And then when I decided I took the wall down, I put an addition on, it came right off. It was actually pretty easy.
Well, yeah, when you knock the whole wall down, of course
Well,
it comes
no.
off easy.
But before I knocked it down, I had taken it off and repainted it because I changed the color scheme. So, but it was the person who installed it told me about this wallpaper that's so much easier to, because people have that reaction that you have, Jennifer, like, oh, what a pain in the tuchus, right? No, there is some out there that's a lot easier to remove. Just
Any
give you
wallpaper
peace of
I've
mind.
ever had to remove has not been that kind of wallpaper.
Well, the reason why people have such a difficult time is because most people skip the biggest step, which is putting the sizing on the wall. The sizing on the wall is what lets it slide so you can get it in the right spot, but it also allows you to get the wallpaper off a lot easier. So if you go straight to paint, or if you go, God forbid, you go straight to drywall, which you're never supposed to do, then you'll have a problem.
Good points. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, I gotta
So
say,
good.
you saw that kind of back and forth we had just from talking about it here. This kind of post is gonna do you real well. And they get you in a lot of real estate conversation.
I mean, here's your good point to put your painting vendors in there in your post, or who is your favorite your local painter, or somebody who installs wallpaper, who is a person other than yourself who's installing your wallpaper for you professionally these days. I would love to know who your local professionals are. Great spot for all of this.
All right, and then last but not least, I'm going to ask you all for a favor for me. No, did it move? Hold on one second. Let me find it. Where it was. Yes, there it is. Okay. So I am gathering KWU evals. So if you enjoyed learning about referrals today, I would appreciate if you go ahead and do a KWU eval for us so that we know if you liked it or not. If you can go ahead and either scan the QR code or go right to kwueval.com. And all the information that you need is right down here. This is a regional virtual event. When you go to select the instructor, at the very end of the list, there is one that says instructor not in the drop down.
It should
whole
say
point-
yet in parentheses, like yet, not in drop down yet.
The whole reason for this is because I want to be in the drop down. So you just have to click that one, and then you just type my name in, Maggie McDowell, in there. And the course this is from is Ignite Session 9. So if you could go ahead and do that real quick, it would be greatly appreciated.
I guess I need to take Ignite again because that was really good information.
It
How
was.
many of you enjoyed the map? Like really understanding more.
It's
Couple
all,
of-
yeah, nice little tidbits.
Yeah,
Little tidbits.
good.
And you should start thinking a little bit different about your agent referrals. A lot of people think you need something everywhere. Just be more, this is about being more purposeful with our time and our effort. We don't have a lot of time, so we're going to be more purposeful and go to people in places that people are going to and coming from.
Yeah,
So,
Maggie, you said the right word there, is purposeful. And here, if you're working on your lead generation for the day, you could set up 5 calls to outgoing referral partners. Like that could be part of your lead generation for that day. It's just having enough conversations that's going to get the leads back to you. So if 5 isn't doing it, maybe you would do 10 for the day and you reach out to 10 of these agents who would love to hear from you, by the way. They're the ones that are going to be really joyful to talk to. And guess what? Sometimes they share information with you that is helpful and could help you in your business. So really take the time to plan this into your day, where maybe you time block a half hour a day, Monday through Friday, as part of your job to call agents in other areas that you want to partner with.
Okay, Maggie, I'm looking for your name here. I messed up. I must have messed up.
You didn't
Nope.
mess up.
Nope,
Wait,
it's the last
instructor.
thing on the list that says instructor not on drop down. Select that and then you can type my name in.
Oh. Okay, and also, I know everybody knows this, but how do I find these, the wallpaper and the paint, all your social media?
Good
Okay.
question. We get asked every week, and thank you for reminding us how to explain it. You registered for this call.
Yes.
Everybody registered to get on here. When you get off of this call, in your email box or shortly thereafter, you will be receiving an email with all of this lovely content included in it. You probably already have it in your inbox and you don't even know it, Nancy, but it's
Okay.
going to be there. And then on top of that, we always, if you want to stop sharing your screen, Maggie, and then we always oh, there it is. We always post it Facebook group. So if you're not in that Facebook group, which is called M3 Mondays, please
M3.
join. Yep. Are you on? Are you in that
I
group?
don't know. I gotta look. I mean, I love this. I love the way you guys just do it. Nice, neat and clean and quick. It's, it's really one of the better, you really are one of the better little lessons that I appreciate.
Well, thank you, Nancy. Spread the word, because if we can't get
Yes.
over 50 people, we're getting canceled.
I know.
Help us out.
Yeah, I will. If I could get my friends and my daughter, she's on her second baby. I'm like, you
Oh.
need to do these.
All right. Well, any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns?
I think it's good. Yeah.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.